singles in the battle of the world champions, the former world champion against the current world champion. Then men's doubles, of course, with the European champions against the Chinese pair of Chai Biao and Hong Wei. Then the second of the women's singles, and we end with men's singles. The last two semi-finals, of course, involving home players. But with the women's singles coming up next, our first women's singles semi-final will be from the bottom half of the draw. Now just look at that from quarter-final stage. 7 different nations, 2 Japanese players, but 7 different nations, 4 different nations represented at semi-final stage. Now just a year ago people were telling me that women's singles was dominated by one country. How it's all changed. That really is a very healthy situation for world badminton and the women's singles discipline. So the players, I think, are waiting courtside, should be ready for the second of our semi-finals. Ratchanok Intanon, the number 3 seed, up against the number 2 seed, the current world champion, Carolina Marin. Well, for all badminton fans all over the world, this is a match I'm sure most will have been looking forward to. Of course, the home fans here at the Siri Fort Sports Complex in Delhi will be looking forward to the last 2 matches involving home players. But this, to me, is a mouth-watering prospect. The current world champion against the former world champion. Ratchanok Intanon against Carolina Marin. There are 2 court officials, both from India. Babe and Andra. All right. So Carolina Marin has decided she wants to start the far side of the court. What a sensation she caused in Copenhagen last year. And what a sensation this young lady, Ratchanok Intanon, caused when she won her world title in Guangzhou in 2013. Became the youngest ever winner of the gold medal in the women's singles at the World Championships, but not the youngest ever world champion. That still held by Jang Ayok of Korea. Currently number 8 in the world ranking, the number 3 seed from Thailand, has been as high as 2, in fact spent a total of 16 weeks as world number 2, first becoming world number 2 in August 2013 when only 18 years of age. Now she won this title here in India 2 years ago when she was at the number 3 seed once again. And 2 years ago she beat Juliana Schenk in the final. And when she won the Super Series title here in Delhi 2 years ago, she became the youngest ever winner of a Super Series title. But that record has gone from her as well, because now it's Akane Yamaguchi who's the youngest ever winner of a Super Series title. Well, there you can see her win-loss record. Well, prior to this tournament, one previous tournament, quarter-final of the All England, where she had to retire in the 3rd game. She went down heavily. I thought she might have injured an Achilles, but thankfully she was all right. And I have to say, from her matches so far here in Delhi, she's looked very impressive indeed. Second round against Ferdasari of Indonesia. That was 2 straight games. I'm a fan of Ferdasari. I think she's a lovely player, but she's been beset by injury problems. And yesterday, if you were with us, you will have enjoyed her match against Yao Shui of China. And absolutely raced through that second game, 21-8, as you can see. Her opponent, the left-handed Carolina Marin from Madrid, lives in Madrid, spending her 3rd week at a career-high number 4 in the world ranking. Number 2 seed, the world champion. And of course, She's also now the All England champion in the All England Championships, the first of the Super Series events for 2015, and incidentally that was her first ever Super Series title. So 3 tournaments so far this year, her 16-2 win-loss record, 3 finals from 3 tournaments played so far, because not only won the All England, reached the final of the India Grand Prix Gold and the German Grand Prix Gold as well. Now she had a very, very tough battle yesterday, Carolina Marin, against the number 6 seed, the former world junior champion, Nozomi Okuhara from Japan. She dropped the second game, as you can see, to 17, but in an hour and 14 minutes eventually got the victory, 21-15 in that deciding game. And I can't help but wonder maybe if that match against Okuhara may affect today's performance, because that's quite a difference in comparison to Ratchanok, who only needed 34 minutes for her quarter-final. Now this will be the 4th meeting between these 2 players, and all 3 previous meetings have been won by the number 3 seed, Ratchanok Intanon. Last meeting, as you can see, was the Korean Open Super Series last year. 3 tough games it was. In fact, the last 2 times they've met, it has gone the full distance. So it's no wonder that I, like many of the badminton fans, very much looking forward to this encounter. So our umpire and service judge, who I was mentioning earlier, Fernando Rivas, Carolina Marin's coach. Very intelligent man, very nice man, doing a PhD at the moment. And Ratchanok Intanon's coach, former player, of course, Patapol Antrishuk. Umpire asking if the players are ready. The shoelaces are tied.
On my right, Ratchanok Intanon, Thailand. And on my left, Carolina Marin, Spain. Ratchanok Intanon to serve. Withdrawal, play.
So the former world champion, Ratchanok Intanon, nearest to us, against the current world champion, Carolina Marin. Oh, crikey, if every rally's as good as that opening rally, we are in for a real treat.
Over 1, love. Love.
Oh, that just crept over the net from Carolina Marin.
3, love.
Both these players, superb athletes, both tremendous movement around the court. But I suppose one of the big differences between the 2 players, as far as I'm concerned, is the very easy, relaxed, delightful hitting motion of Ratchanok Intanon, and because of that, a very light grip and lovely action, she's able to create some wonderful angles and great skills, great disguise. So as you should think, perhaps racket skill-wise, Ratchanok slightly better than her opponent. Fitness-wise, I think Carolina Marin a little better than Intanon. That's going wide. And so it's a question in my mind as to whether the racket skills can beat the hard work and the court coverage and speed of movement of her opponent. Oh, that's landed in. That's a misjudgment.
3-all.
Well, it's interesting. I know this is very, very early stages, but Carolina Marin all out attack in that last rally, really trying to put pressure on her opponent, and I can understand the thought process and the tactical play there, because she doesn't want to lift the shuttle. There's Ashwini Ponappa, women's doubles player, of course, from India. If she lifts the shuttle, Carolina Marin, then she's going to give the opportunity for her opponent to play her wonderful disguised shots. And that's why at times I think she will go all out attack.
4-all.
Gosh, look at that. Look at that. Created something out of nothing there, Ratchanok Intanon. Yeah, it's not only racket skills, it's that awareness and that vision to see where the gaps are, to know where the gaps are, playing the right shot at the right time. Oh, good net shot from the left-hander.
Service over. 5-all. Service over. 6 wide.
Oh, good smash. Good power with excellent placement, aiming towards that left hip.
6-all. Seven, 6.
Yeah, tried the same smash again this time. Ratchanok alert to it, but it's such good follow-up from Carolina Marin. the power play, and even though her opponent got it back, she was ready and waiting at the net. It's lovely to see the young fans in, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Well, I told you she could create angles that are just beyond belief.
7, 8.
How on earth did she do that? Look at this, and a second time. That is amazing. Sheer fact that she takes the shuttle early.
9, 7.
Racket arm outstretched, she can tumble the shuttle. Just look at this. That shuttle was upside down as it crossed over the net. Brilliant. And again, look how she's coming forward. Racket arm outstretched. And again. And that's creating half of the disguise. Lovely, lovely play from Carolina Marin. So to the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage, Carolina Marin. Now, what's Ratchanok's coach saying? Difficult to tell from the gestures. Something about the net play, I can assure you.
Court 1, 20 seconds.
That's nice.
Court 1,
Little smile at his
20
player.
seconds.
Yeah, don't worry. Come on. We've got a game plan. We know what we need to do.
Eleven, 7. Play.
Just missed it. Oh, it's good, good. Well, so there'll be a challenge there, surely. Yeah, challenge.
Ratchanok Intanon challenge. Ball in.
Well, I've got good sight of that, and I thought it was not wide by much, but I thought it was clearly wide. Yeah, that's definitely out, no question. No, well, that's difficult to understand.
Dual 7. Ratchanok Intanon, 1 challenge remains. Play. Out. 30, 7. Out. 40, 7.
Oh, she's just running away with it now, Carolina Marin. run of 6 straight points. And it really has put a different complexion on this opening game. Just too loose. There was indecision from Carolina Marin at the back of the court, whether she should have left it or not. This one here, and then she decides to play it, but far too loose on the drop shot. Oh, that's nice. That finds the line. Don't challenge that, surely. Oh, it is a challenge. That's a wasted challenge. I'm looking straight down that line. Yeah, that finds the line. Yeah, that just confirms it.
Challenge unsuccessful. 15-9. Ratchanok Intanon, no challenge remains. Play.
So short. Yeah.
16-9.
Look where her feet are. About the mid-court area. There's always an indication of where a player, how deep the shot is when the player is playing it. Ooh, that was going out. Yeah, she's just outclassing Ratchanok Intanon at the moment.
17-9.
It looks to me as if the young Thai player, the 20-year-old, has lost interest in this opening game. Too much of a deficit. Perhaps saving herself for the second game. That's nice. Yeah, that's good to see. Yeah, even coach approves.
17.
Well, so much for my theory, and I'm delighted that she's proving my theory wrong.
11-17.
Got herself in a real tangle with Carolina Marin. Thought about trying to play the round the head shot there. Realised she couldn't. Had to play the backhand. Couldn't get her feet in position.
12-17.
Missed it.
Out. Thirteen. 17.
Oh, now just testing that ankle. That right ankle. Now what happened?
Carolina.
I didn't see when that happened. Yeah, definitely some sort of
Carolina.
injury concern. Oh dear, oh dear. I honestly didn't see when that happened.
13, 17.
Oh, this is extraordinary. 5 straight points
14,
from
17.
9-17 down, and I thought that Ratchanok Intanon had lost interest in this opening game. How wrong I was. Yeah, well, Carolina Marin just complaining that somebody's using a flashlight behind the court.
Play.
Out!
15, 17.
6 straight points. What on earth is happening? Well, in a blink of an eye, it's all changed momentum. This is just extraordinary. This is why we love sport. You just never know what's going to happen. Carolina Marin looked to be winning this opening game at a canter. Now, there's just 1 point in it. Yeah, they're just told off for maybe wiping sweat from the brow, or maybe taking too long in between rallies. So 7 straight points. Oh, that's quick play from Marin, but not quick enough. Extraordinary. Ratchanok Intanon, on a run of 8 straight points, is back level.
17 all.
Unbelievable. Well, there's certainly some concern about Carolina Marin and whether she had twisted an ankle.
Okay.
I certainly didn't see it happen, but since then,
Thank you.
she hasn't been able to win a point.
All.
Well, again, obviously that's when it must have happened, but I didn't see the ankle turn over. And now into the lead. Would you believe it?
18, 17.
It's going wide.
Out.
This is extraordinary. 10 straight points for the former world champion against the current world champion. From a 9-17 deficit to now just needing 2 points to secure this opening game. And finally the run comes to an end. And just in the nick of time as far as Carolina Marin is concerned. 11 of the last 12 points going to Ratchanok Intanon, and therefore 2 opportunities to close out the opening game. Oh, the luck of the net cord, and it's landed in. Would you believe it? It's all happening here.
Service over. 19, 20.
Second time of asking. 21-19. That is one of the most extraordinary games of badminton I have ever witnessed. 9-17 down at one stage and comes back to win it. 21-19 in 23 minutes of sensational badminton. What on earth must she be thinking? This is where the coaches really earn their money. There's the ice pack on the high back there. We saw that yesterday, didn't we? Can't work out whether it's because of an injury problem or just trying to cool her down. I can tell you that the ice pack has gone on to the lower back of Ratchanok Intanon, which does suggest it's an injury problem. Well, Carolina Marin must be wondering what on earth happened there. Looked to be cruising at 17-9 up. Well, during that timeout in between the first and second game, I can tell you that Ratchanok Intanon won nice, first on the upper back, then on the lower back. So obviously some sort of injury concern. Well, I can remember somebody saying to me when I was fighting my way back from injury problems that the test of a champion is how you fight back, whether it's from a bad defeat, whether it's from injury, whether it's from bitter disappointment, whatever it is. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see how Carolina Marin reacts and fights back after losing that opening game.
Sword. 1, 2.
Well, the signs are good. The body language is good with Carolina Marin.
3-1. 4-1.
That's great retrieving on the forehand defence. But look at that movement to the round the head position. Now, if there was a serious injury worry to the right ankle of Carolina Marin, leaping to the round the head position, you've got to land on that right leg as a left-hander. So if there was a little tweak of the muscle or the ankle in that opening game, certainly no sign of it anymore. Now, did she just graze her finger there as she tried to retrieve that shot?
Leg.
Look at the work rate of Marin. Yeah, and again. Great punch clear. This is a good rally. Unbelievable. Oh, it's a fabulous rally. I suspect that's the longest rally of this women's singles semi-final. Yeah, 37 shots. And there were 37 excellent shots too.
Five.
Oh, goodness. Well, again for the reverse slice straight drop. Yep, just shadowing with the racket there, what she was trying to do. The Danes call it a windscreen wiper shot. Completely mistimed it. In fact, I think she let the shuttle drop too low. Well, while we were looking at that again, umpire having a word with both players and saying you're taking too long in between points. Well, I think she probably had too many options. Could have done anything with that shuttle. The net shot here from Carolina Marin, far too loose, and really should have been punished to make an error. It really is desperately disappointing. Oh my goodness. Yeah, aiming towards the forehand defence of Carolina Marin. Yeah, she was in a good position. She'll be disappointed with that. Oh, that's a lovely drop shot. Beautiful. By some considerable way.
9-6.
But just watch the racket head there. How quickly she brings it round the feathers, creating that slice, creating the disguise. And that's a clever smash from Marin.
10-6.
Yeah, it was the skies drop shot that set up the rally.
8-10.
This one here, look at that, beautiful. In full stretch, it's so much more difficult to play an accurate net shot. It's going wide. Well, we had a nice lead, a 5-point advantage at one stage. A bit reminiscent of the opening game, isn't it?
10.
Ratchanok clawing her way back. Because there's just 1 point in it now. Yeah, and back level. Umpire and the player saying that's enough whopping, thanks.
10-all.
Wanted to do a thorough job there, our court attendant. So 10-all. Well, it is Carolina Marin who has the advantage at the mid-game interval. It's only a 1 point advantage. The verbal celebration has been an issue earlier on this year, and I'm delighted to say that actually the amount of verbal celebration is curtailed somewhat since the German Grand Prix event. And all credit to Carolina Marin for doing that, because it was a little over the top.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Ashwini Ponappa on the left there, bronze medalist in the women's doubles, Withdrawal at the 2011 World Championships.
11-10. Play.
Oh, good retrieving. Oh my goodness. Well, diving a bit like the men's singles players. Carolina Marin. It's amazing how quickly the players get up again.
Service over, 11 all.
Down again and up again. That's called wide, and of course Ratchanok doesn't have any challenges left. So no possibility of challenging.
Okay, thank you. 12-11.
Oh, she's overdone it. Yeah, wry smile. She knows it didn't have to be that good, and indeed from Fernando Rivas as well. Look, her opponent's way out of position. You don't need to go for the line on that occasion. Well, first time in this second game that Ratchanok Intanon has gone into the lead.
Play.
Well, the lead is only momentarily.
13 all.
Shuttle deflected by the net cord from Ratchanok Intanon, making it desperately difficult for Carolina Marin to play the reply. There, where was the deception, the deflection? Yep. Oh, look at that net shot. Lovely cross court. Oh, clever, clever play. Yeah. Carolina Marin realising that if she gives her opponent the opportunity to hit angles, the way to stop that is not to give her any angles to play with. So in other words, if you smash down the centre of the court, on occasion aiming toward the left hip, the outright winner, then it's very, very difficult for the defender to create a winner out of that. Good rally. Two shots back to the same place, forcing the error. Yeah, there's the first. Then she plays the drop back to exactly the same place, forcing Ratchanok into error.
Ratchanok. You can sweat that. You can do a sweating with the towel, right? Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. Right. 15, 16.
So back level. Will there be another twist in the tail in this women's singles semi-final? Oh, that's called out. That was way in. That was a brilliant smash. No wonder Carolina Marin is challenging that. No, that was inside the line. That wasn't even on the line. Correct call has been made, but I beg to differ on how close that was. That was, in my opinion, inside the line, not on the line. But there we go. Correct decision. That's what we're after.
Play.
Well taken off the top of the tape. There, Fernando Rivas trying to rally his player. Come on, keep going. No, it's not working when I'm playing those net shots, coach. Well, ultimately,
I know.
coach is only there to help. You've got to make your own decisions. You've got to play the shots you want to play.
All.
That's absolutely delightful movement. Around the head position and to play the straight smash. Look at this from Ratchanok. Look at that. That's lovely. It's all so smooth. glides about the court. What a rally. Super point.
90-17.
Yeah, getting the shuttle behind the left-hander deep in her backhand corner. 2 points away from a place in the final for the former champion, Ratchanok Intanon. Remember, it was 2 years ago. This India Super Series title is her only Super Series title that she's won so far. Oh, well taken. Very, very well taken.
Service over. Very quick. Very quick. Okay. Okay. Eighteen, 19. Play.
18-19. This rally, quite obviously, is crucial. Oh, would you believe it? Gets the net cord, Karolina Marin.
19 all.
Thunders off the top of the tape and goes over. Well, this match has had just about everything. The obvious delight. And it's 19 all. Well, total mistimed return of serve. That return didn't even make the net, I don't think. So on a run of 3 straight points, now Karolina Marin has a game point opportunity to level this semi-final at 1 game apiece. But fails to convert.
All.
That's good defense. Pace of this rally. It's extraordinary. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't believe it. Brilliant! Badminton of the very, very highest quality. Superb from both players. Frustration in the end from Karolina Marin. Yes, 1 point needed. One livid with herself, the other delighted at the opportunity,
21.
because having saved
20.
a game point just a moment ago, now the former champion has a match point opportunity. Oh, that's going out. He's going out, she knows it. She hesitated. Ratchanok Intanon. By the time she played it, it was about shoulder height. This one. Oh, it's all happening here. 21 all. Oh, it went over. Ratchanok didn't think it was coming over. She wasn't ready for it.
22, 21.
Wow, in badminton terms, that's a cardinal sin. So a second game point opportunity for Carolina Marin. And this time she converts. 23-21.
Carolina Marin.
And we will be treated to a third and deciding game.
1 game all.
1 game all confirms the umpire. We're just 6 minutes shy of the hour mark. And only 2 games completed. What a semi-final this is turning out to be. That confirms it is 1 game all. Well, I suppose the question mark in my mind is, there's that ice pack again. Well, she was applying that to the lower back in between the first and second games. Well, she's had a match point, she's failed to convert. What a semi-final this is proving to be. Terrific. Yeah, the young fans. Yeah, you're on the big screen. Give us a wave. Go on. Give us a wave.
Good one. 20 seconds. Good one. 20 seconds.
Well, this women's singles semi-final is the best of sport. It's got everything. Drama, excitement, athletic ability, great skills, and above all, intrigue. Who is going to win this deciding game? We've got a match point for Ratchanok Intanon, failed to convert. Came back from a huge deficit, an 8-point deficit in the opening game, to steal game number 1. Who on earth would want to predict what's going to happen here?
Service over. 1 all.
Oh my goodness, that's a great clear from Ratchanok. Yeah, there was a slight stumble. I did see the stumble that time from Carolina Marin. It was the sheer disguise of the shot. How on earth did she play that? It looked to me as if she was going to play a drop shot, as indeed it must have looked to Carolina Marin. Comes down to fitness in the end. I'd favour Carolina Marin as far as stamina is concerned, but it depends whether that right ankle is bothering her. I have to say, I've kept a very close eye on her movement. And certainly after the first little tweak of the ankle, I thought she was moving very well, so it didn't seem to be a long-term problem. Brilliant. What a rally. And is that a telling sign? Ratchanok Intanon slow to get up. I don't think there was an injury problem. I think it's sheer fatigue. And that wouldn't be surprising. This match in progress now exactly 1 hour. Yep, a little smile from the Spaniard. And look how she's waiting on court. She's sending a message to her opponent. I'm ready to get going. I've still got plenty of running left in my legs. A psychological battle, every bit as important as the battle of skill and battle of ability. Flick serve. There's that round the head straight smash again from Ratchanok. She really does play it so beautifully. Oh, good net exchange. Short. Simple put away in the end. All the hard work had been done prior to that. think is going to be very, very important here.
6-all.
And I think both the players realise it, hence this real vying for control of the front court area in the early stages of this deciding game. Both playing numerous tight spinning net shots. Just couldn't quite reach it.
7-6.
How did she reach that? Oh my goodness. Brilliant. Well, I said the battle at the front of the court was going to be important. That rally exemplifying my point. Look at that cross-court net shot. You do not get any better than that. Missed it.
8-7.
That's good judgment.
9-7.
It's a jolly good lift after a tight spinning net shot. Did well to get the shuttle behind Carolina Marin, forcing her to take it late. Oh, good smash. Unbelievable. What a rally again. This is just getting better and better. Yeah, once again, very concerning if you're a Thailand fan that Ratchanok Intanon so slow to get up. In fact, she's hobbling. Well, of course, it was in the third game of the All England quarter-final that she went down. I thought she had hurt an Achilles, but in fact it was cramp.
Okay, thank you.
And I hope for goodness we're not going to have a similar scenario here.
8-10. Play.
Well, just a little too casual on the return of serve, going for the outright winner. Perhaps that an indication
9-10.
of her physical state. That last rally obviously hurting and denting the stamina of Ratchanok Intanon. That's a nice block. Short. Yeah. Lovely disguised drop shot. And a big smile from coach Fernando Rivas. Forces lift. Look again where Carolina Marin's feet are. I wonder if she can play such an easy winner. 10-all. Oh, she touched it. It was going to go wide. I'm sure.
11 interval.
But sheer reactions. Instinctively, you want to try and play the shot. That one there, I think it may have been going wide. But it means that it is Ratchanok Intanon who has the advantage here in the deciding game. But just 1 point in it. It could not be closer. There has to be 1 point in it as the players change ends in the deciding game.
You need to be very fast. Good one. 20 seconds.
Right, and cold spray.
Good one. 20
Not calling
seconds.
for the doctor. The coach has got the cold spray in his bag there.
Yep. Coach, leave the court. Coach. Coach.
So that would indicate to me that there is a similar problem with the foot beginning to cramp up.
Okay. Yep.
In an hour and 10 minutes now, this match in progress. And certainly up until this point, there has not been one drop in quality. It's still Badminton. Well, as good as I've ever witnessed.
Eleven, 10. Play.
Look at that defence. Couldn't do it a second time. Look how quickly she's up again. Well, that's an extraordinary cross-court shot from Ratchanok. Look at the movement. And I think that's what struck me when she won the World Championship last year, Carolina Marin, how she was living with the pace and actually outpacing all the established top players in the world. Trying to leap from that base position to play the round the head shot, Carolina Marin. Look at that.
30.
Look at that athletic ability. But just mistiming it. couple of rallies, I thought Carolina Marin looks as if she's rushing. And by that I mean as if she's trying to go for a winner too early on in the rally. Needs to work the rally first. First one in that rally from Ratchanok straight down the line to the forehand defence of Carolina Marin. And that second one going towards her backhand side. Yeah, she was ready for the forehand defence again. That's why she tried to play the round the head shot there. That's clever and quick thinking on Ratchanok. Quality of the net shots from the left-hander so good that despite being ready to pounce, Ratchanok Intanon couldn't get advantage. That's the sort of shots that I felt I was alluding to when I said she was rushing things. No need to try and play that as the winner. That's not the winner, that's the set-up shot. Good powerful smash. Aiming towards that left hip. And that was absolutely perfect. I'm going to repeat myself. Too anxious to finish it off, rushing the shot.
40. Service over. 15. 17. Play.
Just 1 point in it. Yeah, that is super. What a good follow-up from Carolina Marin to to close the 3-point deficit and get back on level terms. All. Brilliant. Oh, that's clearly in. That isn't even close. How on earth is Carolina Marin challenging that one? That is, well, yeah, well, that was clearly in my opinion. Yeah, it was.
Challenge unsuccessful. Service over. 18-17. Carolina Marin has one challenge remaining.
Yeah. Well, I suppose you might as well challenge at this stage of the match. So who's got the nerve? Who's got the character? No question, they've both got the ability. It's not down to that right now. It is all about holding nerve. Oh my goodness. And maybe down to a little bit of luck as well. Would you believe it? Well, we had a net cord finish off the second game. Net cord there from Ratchanok. The thumbs up from our coach. Oh, another net cord. It's going to go wide. Oh, she's taken it. My goodness me. Good lift. What a shot! How on earth did she play that? Incredible rally. Finished off with the most sensational defensive shot, which was played with speed deep into the backhand corner of the left-hander. And it is 2 match point opportunities for Ratchanok, 2 more match point opportunities. Remember, she had that match point in the second game but failed to convert. Good play, brave play. 2 match points have come and gone. 1 in the second game, and now 1 in the third. But remember, it is still match point opportunity for Ratchanok Intanon. Shot. Missed it, and missed it by a colossal margin. The nerves, the tension in the arm there from the Thailand player, and that is a squandered opportunity. Even missed the doubles court. Would you believe it? Can there be any more drama? 20 all. extra points required until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. What a return of serve. Brilliant. So match point
21.
Once again for Ratchanok Intanon. And on her fourth opportunity, Ratchanok Intanon converts. What a semi-final. What a match. Probably one of the best women's singles encounters I've ever witnessed. The skill, the drama, the excitement, the comeback in the opening game from the Thailand player. Coming from that huge deficit, 9-17, to win the opening game 21-19.
21-23, 22-20.
Having that match point in the second game at 21-20, but losing that second game 23-21. And on her fourth match point opportunity in total, finally beats the reigning world champion. What a thrilling match. 84 minutes, an hour and 24 minutes of badminton of the very best, highest quality. Their confirmation of the score, and Ratchanok Intanon, champion here 2 years ago, has an opportunity to lift the title once again because she's through to tomorrow's final. Oh my goodness me, what a match that was. Great semi-final. Well, there's a real buzz around the Siri Sports Complex here at the Badminton, because my goodness me, what a women's singles semi-final that was. Absolutely thrilling encounter. Men's doubles will be coming up next, and then of course we'll have the second of the women's singles semi-finals, and it features of course Saina Nehwal, the Olympic bronze medalist, and of course then our last semi-final features another home player, Shrikant Kidambi, and never before in the 5-year history of the India Open being part of the Super Series has an Indian player been participating on finals day, and as you could see, well, there's 2 opportunities coming up for that to happen. But next up is men's doubles, and I can tell you from quarter-final stage, this the only discipline here at the India Open where all 8 seeds progressed through to the quarter-final stage. But I don't think we would have expected some of the seeded players at the semi-final stage, because the number 2 seeds Endo and Hawakawa went out yesterday. At the top half of the draw, I can tell you that the number 1 seeds Bo and Mogensen, of course they were last year's winners, the defending champions. Bo and Mogensen have lost to their teammates Mads Conrad Petersen and Mads Colling. So we know of course there's Danes in the final, but it wasn't the Danes I was expecting. Well, we're about to find out who will join them in tomorrow's final. Will it be Chai Biao and Hong Wei, or will it be the European champions Ivanov and Sozonov? Well, the European champions, Vladimir Ivanov and Ivan Sozonov. Well, this will only be their 2nd ever Super Series semi-final. You have to go back to the Indonesia Premier Super Series of 2013, the only previous time the big tall Russians in a semi-final of a Super Series discipline. Well, that was the moment when Ratchanok Intanon realised that she would be contesting the final once again. The former champion, the former world champion, beating the current world champion. Well, if our men's doubles is as half as good as that, we're in for a treat. So hopefully we're just about ready for the men's doubles semi-final. The number 3 seeds Chai Biao and Hong Wei of China up against the number 8 seeds, the European champions of Vladimir Ivanov and Ivan Sozonov of Russia. Well, our 3rd semi-final of the day, and a 3rd semi-final where it will feature a left-hander. That doesn't often happen, does it? Chinese pair, the number 3 seeds, led out by the